Hey friends, I'm here with another video, and today I'm going to show you how I play a Berserker. As always, I'm not going to be playing with any other toons right now. It's just going to be me and a mercenary, which is what I always do because I want to just talk about the class I'm playing and the class I'm covering. And a Berserker is like a rogue, is very much like a rogue. It could also be a little bit compared to like a ranger as well, because a Berserker can kite things. They can kite things. So similar to a ranger, a Berserker can attack with ranged attacks. They can also snare. So I guess they could technically snare kite, and you have an ability. Of course, a Berserker doesn't get any spells at all. They have no mana, no spells, but they do have combat abilities. And they have combat abilities that can snare a target, which is great, especially in dungeons like Sibyllus. So this is the perfect place for this. It's not just because I have a daily task to do here, but because I can also cover the leg strike, which the leg strike is a combat ability. What are combat abilities? Well, if you, I believe it's Alt-C opens combat abilities window, and here it is. You click this button, you open up the window. And this is a lot like spells, but they're not spells, they're combat abilities. And you can sort them by level if you like. You know, some of these are like Mithril Blood Axe. It's just, you know, you make a hotkey and you click on it and you're able to make these axes. And what are the stats on these axes? 34 damage, 31 delay, 150 range. So yeah, you can kind of craft your own throwing weapons. You need regents to do this, which I believe it's basic axe components. Let's check. Okay, it's not that one. It might have been one of these other ones. There's different regents for this. It might be just axe components. Yep, that's what I needed to make the mithril ones. All right, but there's combat ones too, like leg strike. That is like a snare. It works just like a snare. So you go through these different ones. There's also head pummel, which I'm assuming is like a stun. Yes, briefly stunning them. So you consume axes, like throwing axes, to trigger most of these things. You may also consume a small amount of your endurance. Yes, the yellow bar is endurance. So let's try to do this. We again only have a cleric right now to keep us alive in case things get hairy. Now there is no way for me to split up a pull. There's no feign death or anything. Like I can go here, I can right click, I can look for something like feign death, but we don't have anything like that. Instead, we've got things like frenzy, which I guess is a similar thing to a rogue, where it could seem sort of like backstab or whatever. Oh, I would try to kill that other one, but no, it looks like this bard showed up and he's red to me and he's fighting these guys. He's 51, so way to go, man. So I'm gonna instead grab this guy over here and hopefully, oh no, I did get both of them. And they're both wizards, go figure. It would be nice if head strike was something that had a better, faster recast time, because then I can try to interrupt these guys from casting on me. Next time I see it, looks like he's starting to cast a spell, I'll try to hit him with frenzy. The only problem is that I can't hit both of them with frenzy at the same time. I do have some skin spikes, so I'm gonna hit that. And this bard is taking my pull. He's taking the aggro over here off one of these guys. Now, something I can use is poison. Again, poison is not made by berserkers, it's made by rogues. But hey, if I have access to it, you know I'm going to use it, right? Because I think it would be silly to not use everything that you can possibly use to make your life easier and or better. There we go. See, that bard is actually helping me a little bit by taking some of the aggro from this guy. Maybe he did it on purpose, I have no idea, but thank you, anonymous bard, who wandered in through my area. That was mighty swell of you. So I want to move my buttons around. I'm going to hit this guy with leg strike and see. Here you go. You see it landed. It lasts about a minute, so hopefully I can get this guy killed in time. And berserkers can only use like two-handed weapons, so I could use like a two-handed sword, a two-handed axe, a two-handed piercer, a two-handed bludgeoning or blunt, so you know, two-handed hammer. but only two-handers. They can't use one-handers or like anything one-handed. at all, to my knowledge. And they can throw large objects like axes, throwing axes. Now, technically, isn't a throwing axe a one-handed weapon? So explain that to me. I don't fully get it. I really don't do a whole lot of damage, do I? Was that guy over here trying to help or something? I mean, it's kind of weird. We're not grouped. I have no idea who this fella is. And I'm not live streaming, so it's not like he can show up and thinking he's going to help me. So I'm using currently a Blackened Acrylia Greatsword, which has a 0.9 ratio. Let me see if I have anything better. Corrupted Shissar is worse by a lot. There's this here, a Primal Velium Claymore, but I don't think it's going to be better because it's not going to work at all. I got to be level 55 to use it. The same with the axe. So I think my best bet is just sticking with this, which it's not a bad weapon. It's really not, especially for my level. What else do I have here? I actually have a couple more weapons. I have a, Fabled Executioner's Axe. That might be better. Combine Acrylia two-handed sword. Definitely not better, but this Fabled might be. Yeah, it's got a ratio of 1. It's a lot slower, but that's all right. Maybe I will do a little bit better damage with this thing. I don't know what this guy... Flash Wave. Langobard Waves. Well, he was one of the nicest people to like show up and see me while I'm fighting stuff. That was pretty cool. So this might be a little bit rough because we've got Scarab and that. So I'm tempted to possibly switch to a tank because then the tank will be taking the damage. Or I could try switching to a rogue to kill things really fast. Let's try it. Let's be crazy and switch to a rogue mercenary. And I'm going to set myself up as... What happened? Well, he's there, but he's not showing up in group. What's going on? Has this ever happened to anyone before? I'm a little bit concerned. He's not in the group. It's like he left the group. It's like he's there, but he's not there. Can I switch to something else? Okay, so I guess I have a tank. I don't know. That was weird. Has anyone ever had that before? I have not had that happen before. So instead we're going to have a tank, folks. That's fine. Let me set myself as puller, I guess, because I'd rather pull these guys back towards here so they're further away. So let's try to throw an axe at this thing. I'm going to get all three. I know that. No, I only got the Scarab. That's kind of amazing. I did not expect that at all. What a treat. There's all three of those should have came. You know that, right? I don't know if there's some kind of weird Berserker magic going on. If we're supposed to just naturally generate less hate or something. I have no idea. But it's like all those guys were pacified or something. They just did not aggro. And I've tried to do this with pacifying those guys, and I still usually get 2 at least. So what did we get? We got some leather, flawed leather. So I think I'm going to have to pull this guy. And we got 2, which is fine. Still way easier than it was before because, I would have had 3. So Berserkers are DPS. They are definitely DPS. They are not tanks. They can take a hit though, but they're just not tanks. They don't have any way of taunting a monster off of somebody else other than just trying to outdamage that other person and hoping that they can build some rage, some hate, but they don't have any kind of taunt. So don't ever consider them tanks. Oh, but we do have that leg strike. Again, I covered that they can only use two-handed weapons. They also only wear chain armor. So you're going to be wearing things like rough defiant chain or whatever is appropriate for your level. But chain armor, you cannot wear any plate at all. If you look at the usual combat abilities over here, I'll move the window over so you can see it under actions and combat page. We get things like kick, disarm, intimidation, frenzy, and slam is a racial skill. Slam is something that only barbarians, ogres, and I think trolls can get, and maybe Vashir, because they're pretty big too, but I'm not sure on the Vashir thing. You guys can always leave a comment below to tell me if I'm correct or incorrect about that. But that is the skills that they get, and so usually during combat, I'll start by hitting auto attack, which this button turns on auto attack for me. And then I've got frenzy, which I'm assuming frenzy is similar. It's just like a second or a secondary or tertiary attack, similar to maybe backstab for a rogue or something like that, or maybe even similar to kick. Although I think I can kick too, but I'm not sure. So let's try that. Let's make an experiment to see if I can use kick and... Oh, we got 3 coming up on us right away. Geez. Let us turn off puller to make sure our tank comes over here to help us out. All right, so what I want to do is I want to try to see. I hit frenzy. Okay, so frenzy, it's either frenzy or kick. It's not both. You can't do both. So you got either or. You can't do both of them. So I've taken a little bit of damage, so I'm going to hit myself with a healing potion. I'm also going to launch my bunny because I feel like the bunny can be helpful right now. Okay, good. I got hit by the other guy too. I think the bunny will keep attacking until the thing is dead or until... Okay, actually, I think only until the target is dead and then he poofs. The bunny is something that you can purchase from the loyalty tokens person. Froglock blood, okay. I might do another video on this class in the future where I have a few more levels under my belt and get some AA abilities, because that might be a completely different play style altogether. But it is kind of nice sometimes playing a class like this where you just don't have to worry about mana at all. You just have to worry about your health. So one thing that I could also do is I'll take a regen spell. I'll take a replenishment potion, which is just like a regeneration potion. That could also help me maintain my health here. Ding! I leveled up. Yeah, there is an XP bonus right now. I'm filming this during Thanksgiving weekend. It's Friday. So happy Thanksgiving, everybody. I hope you all enjoyed it. Of course, this will be coming out a week late, but I'm always ahead on my videos because I'm always concerned that the world's going to end if I feel crappy one day and so crappy I don't make a video, or if I just get distracted by something else, you know. I always try to make it, I always try to work ahead, so if I want to take a random day off for some reason, I can, without a crisis, without the world coming to an end. And I do that with just about any job that I do. Like when it comes to driving, I always try to work my ass off for like a couple of months straight and build up savings, so that way I can then just work normally after that. And if there's a little crisis like the one I'm having right now where my car's in the shop and I can't work, I don't have to completely panic. I don't starve. I can still pay a lot of my bills. It is still really awesome that some of you have been helping me out and sending me super thanks and things like that. And for you guys, I really appreciate it. I logged in today and saw Granite Hitman had left me a very nice super thanks. So to you, sir, I say thank you very, very much. That is really awesome. Did not expect it. I mean, when I say, leave a super thanks, I'm always expecting $1, $2, maybe $5, enough to buy a single cup of coffee or something. And I think if everybody that saw the video did that, well, I'd be great. I would be just peachy. You know, I mean, if everybody who saw the video left between $1 and $5, I probably wouldn't have to work a full-time job, right? Oh, hey, we got some leaves here. I almost feel weird covering this class because it really seems pretty straightforward. Like there's not a whole lot that I need to cover because there's not a whole lot to it. You fight, you swing things with your weapon. I would advise bringing a tank with you and setting the tank as main tank, so that way you don't have to worry about taking too much damage and healing. Another thing I'd like to note is that it looks like head strike and leg strike are on the same timer. So if you want to snare your enemy, make sure that you're not just spamming head strike and you do it when he's kind of low on health like I did now. That way it will last for that minute that he's trying to run away and he won't be able to run away. And that worked perfectly. So if you time things well, instead of just button mashing, I think you'll have a much better experience. And again, I just have an auto fire button for my throw, and I'm just throwing some of these axes. And it looks like Frenzy you can hit anytime. And Frenzy, oh, it is sort of like a backstab. I did 139 with that Frenzy, although I think I do more just with the axe. I slash for 226. So that is a good amount of damage, folks. The Berserker also gets most of the typical combat abilities, like elbow strike at low level. They also get focused will, which is that thing where you can sit down and heal a little bit faster if you have focused will activated. But I believe focused will also makes you vulnerable to attacks, unless I'm thinking of City of Heroes. And that's possible. I could be getting my games mixed up. So I hit this guy with leg strike as he was trying to run away. And of course, he's not going to run away now. So I really do like that. I really like leg strike. It is for sure a great thing. It's similar to a ranger's snare, except no cast time. It's instant. You hit that button and boom, it's done. I don't know if they can resist it or not. It's possible that maybe they can, but it's awesome. I do wish it had a little bit lower cooldown, because you don't want to accidentally hit head strike and like watch, I'll hit head strike and now the cooldown is a good 10 seconds for me to be able to use leg strike. But head strike is good to try to interrupt any caster from casting a spell on you. I'd also say leg strike is great for dungeons like this. Oh, that is the haste procking. I'm like, what the hell is happening? And it's procking a haste. I wonder what the percentage is. 73, and then it goes down to 41. Is this an AUG? I'm thinking it is, yes. So I got to make sure to keep my leg strike available here for when he starts to run away. He's about 27. I can hit it. There we go. I think it removes his Spirit of the Wolf too, because I think that's what just happened. It's a lot like Snare in that sense. And I leveled up again. Loving this XP bonus, guys. I'm at 49. I got 5.255% with that. That's with the regular XP bonus on Verona Vi and the bonus for the holiday, for the Turkey Day. The Turkey Day bonus. Oops, I head struck this guy. So he's probably going to start running here in a sec. He's running real slow though, so that wasn't much of a problem. Wow. 9.281% for that one kill. No wonder why I'm leveling up so quickly. I wonder if I could take out just one of these scarabs. Like, can I just sneak up over here and just pull him like this instead of pulling both? Because I know if I threw an axe down and he would have come running up, it would aggro the ones from the other side, and that's just a little bit more action than I want right now. I don't know if that shaman right there is going to aggro either. All right, snared this stupid scarab, so he's not going anywhere. Chop, chop, chop. I'm making a scarab salad. Now I think it's time to pull this cat over here. Frog, you know. Meow. I think it's going to pull the other things though. No. We want to make him come over by us, man. There we go. Yeah, see, you could sling spells at me, man, sure, but I could sling axes at your head, so we're pretty much even there. I think I was actually doing more damage to him by slinging axes than he was doing to me. He's going down pretty quick, so I think I'm going to just hold off on the head strike so I can leg strike his ass before he runs. Yep. Yeah, he's going down. I think poison proc. Yep, it did. It first did 883 for Spider's Bite, and then it procced again for 442. And again, that's poison that could be made by rogues. Your rogue can make it and give it to you, or just buy it off of one. Sometimes rogues might make some and sell them in the bazaar, and it works just like sort of like a proc on a weapon, you know? You drink it like a potion or consume it, because you're hopefully not drinking it, right? I'm gonna drink this poison to make my attack stronger. I was like, wait, that doesn't make sense. It's like you just die. You killed yourself. Well, I guess his attack on himself was pretty powerful. But yeah, you consume the poison. It turns into this buff right here. And it gives you, I believe, 60 triggers. So each time it procs, the counter will go down. It's at 18 now. And it lasts for, I think, 2 or 3 hours if it's not being used up. So it'll last like 2 or 3 hours. Or until all 60 shots of it are gone. I almost took off running to go kill something else. I almost forgot about this stupid golem. I'm glad that my tank is on the ball and knows what the hell's up. So gonna try to leg strike this guy. I don't know if he runs or not, but why risk it, right? Leg strike his ass. So if you were out in the wilderness somewhere, like in the, you know, maybe the fields of Karana or something like that. Ooh, silk pants. You can leg strike a mob and then run ahead of them, especially if you got Spirit of the Wolf or something, and just throw axes at them, which I guess would be a good strategy to get them low in health, so you don't have to take a whole lot of damage yourself, which is a similar strategy that rangers might use. So really, I guess that's about it. I don't know of a whole lot of other things to say about a Berserker. I'm sure they get some fascinating AA abilities, which you can always check if you're playing a Berserker, and after they hit 51, they'll start accruing AA abilities, in which case you can open up your AA window and see if you have any cool abilities and make hotkeys of them to put in your one of your hotbars here. And they probably will be abilities to either make an improved snare, or possibly to improve your DPS. There might even be an AA ability that acts like an aura that helps the entire group deal more damage or something. It's auras that I've seen other classes have. One thing that I did not cover is, where do you go and get some of these combat abilities, especially the ones over here? You get them at a tome merchant. They are similar to spell merchants, and they hang out in the POK library where you get all the other spells. And the tomes look just like this here. And oh look, there's the new one that I can actually scribe now. Learn a new skill called Tome of Distracting Strike. And then there's this other one for level 60 that I can't use yet. So once you memorized one of your tomes, again, Alt-C to toggle this combat window. You click on the little S here, and that opens up your combat skills window, and you could sort them by level, and you could choose which one you want, like Distracting Strike over here, make a hotkey. It even tells you here what the ability does. Aims a bone splicer at your opponent's vitals, causing them to bleed for a short time. So that sounds like it might be a dot, like a DOT type of attack that will bleed your target. And again, a lot of these abilities might consume one of your axes, one of your throwing axes to trigger. You know, like here, there's forges a bone splicer. That's one of your axes. And then this aims a bone splicer at your opponent's legs. So if it does that, then that means it's consuming one of them to be able to trigger this ability. So that's about it as far as my knowledge goes for the Berserker. I wish I knew a little bit more about this class, but that's why I'm playing one now, because I hope to learn. If you found this video helpful at all, then leave a like. If you didn't like the video at all, you could leave a dislike. Whether you leave a like or a dislike, I'd love to hear your thoughts on the matter. What did I do right in the video and what did I do wrong? How would you make the video better? If you like what I do here and you would like to support me and support my channel, consider subscribing if you're not already subscribed. If I hit 100 subscribers by Christmas Eve, I have promised to dye the white stripe in my beard bright red for the holiday. So share the video, help me hit that 1K mark, and you could see me be festive. If you'd like to thank me for the video, you can hit the super thanks button. The super thanks is like a little mini donation, a one-time thing that is like buying your pal Fez a cup of coffee. We gnomes love our coffee. You can also join the channel as a channel member. Channel members get special perks and privileges, like a link to join our private Discord server. YouTube memberships are not your thing. If you look in the links below the video, you'll see a link for the Patreon page. Patreon patrons also get similar perks, like a link to join the private Discord and ad-free content. Thank you everybody for watching. I really appreciate you. Also, I want to give a shout out and a thank you to all my current Patreon patrons and YouTube channel members. You guys are wonderful humans and you help me keep going. You inspire me and support the channel. Thank you all very much. Thank you everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Have a great day and a wonderful tomorrow.